Hey everybody out there in YouTube, Sergeant Glory here, coming to you with an unboxing for Magic the Gathering. I happened to be in my local game shop and saw this Amonkhet pre-release pack on the shelf, and I thought, well, I mean, you don't often see pre-release packs after a pre-release, so I guess I'll go ahead and pick it up and do an unboxing. I didn't go to the Amonkhet pre-release. I regret that. There aren't a whole lot of cards coming out of Amonkhet that are extremely impressive, but they play really well with the Hour of Devastation set that's come out, and who the hell doesn't like an unboxing or especially a pre-release pack? I'm expecting some very interesting cards in here, and I'm not going to jinx it, so let's just go right ahead and get started on this little unboxing. Now, for those of you who don't know, my plan is to get some more of these Amonkhets, probably a fat pack, at least one booster box, and unbox that as well. So we'll be seeing some more of that. And then there is a draft at my local game store later on this month, I think. The 24th or something like that. I don't remember exactly what. And I'll be going to that as well. And I'll be doing a video about the results of that draft. So let's go ahead and get this slid open. Nothing on the inside. There never ever is. Nice little box, just like the box that we got in Hour of Devastation. It opens sort of like a jewelry box. It opens sort of like a jewelry box. There we go. And here's our pack. Oh, welcome, Initiate. And the 5 Trials of the Gods. I haven't seen this, so let's just take a look real quick. It's probably much like the Hour of Devastation card that you got, where you can get dice, complete first blood, claim your prizes. Well, okay, so that's a theme. It's over. It's over and done with. Alright, so here's our promo. Scattered Groves. Forest, Plains. Add forest or plain to your mana pool. Scattered Groves enters the battlefield tapped. Okay. Well, I don't play a lot of green and white together. Usually I play black and white together. But, having said that, I am getting ready to build a green creature deck. So we'll have to wait and see how this will turn out. Maybe that will see some usage. Probably not. So, of course, we have our packs. And before we get into those, I'm going to pull out this Amonkhet die. This is a nice die. I like this die better than the Hour of Devastation die, actually, because the colors contrast better. The numbers are a lot easier to see, and that's a better spin down die. I think I'm phasing away from using spin down die. Let's see if we can get a good picture of it here in the camera. I think I'm sort of phasing away from using spin down die. Oh, it's a little blurry. Can we get it to focus? There we go. I sometimes my life total's above 20 and they don't carry 20s here. So, above 20 on this die. So, I don't know. I've got a decent enough collection of them. Alright, so, here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 packs of Amonkhet, 5 packs of Amonkhet, 6 packs of Amonkhet. Alright. Perfect. Wondrous. I'm just going to go ahead and get into the very first one. I'm not going to spend any time on the uncommons, because I don't think there are any uncommons of note, unless they're red aggro, and I'm not going to take the time to kind of find all of those. So let's get focused here. I'm just going to go ahead and skip right to the uncommons, skip the commons, skip right to the uncommons, go over those real quick, and then talk a little bit about our rares. Again, I'm not extremely familiar with this particular set, but that's perfectly alright, because we're going to just read the cards and discuss it. Embalmer's Tools, Enigma Drake. Drake! Flying. Enigma Drake's power is equal to the number of instant sorcery cards in your graveyard. That could be useful to me, actually, right now. Blood Rage Brawler. And our rare is a Channeler Initiate. Channeler Initiate. For 1 and a green, when Channeler Initiate enters the battlefield, put 3 -1/-1 counters on target creature you control. Tap it, remove a -1/-1 counter from Channeler Initiate. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Oh, cool. Alright, 3/4. So, counter from Channeler Initiate. When Channeler Initiate is about to put on. So you put 3 -1/-1 counters on target creature you control. But if you want to be able to add mana, if you want to use them for mana ramp, then you have to put the -1 counters on him. So you put them on him, then tap it, remove a counter, and add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. That's a good card. He's going to come out as a 0/1 very early on in the game, but then he becomes a 1/2, and then a 2/3, and then a 3/4 as the game goes on. That's a good card. Oh, and a foil Censor, sorry. 1 and a blue. Let's put my rare right here. 1 and a blue, counter target spell unless the controller pays 1. Like this card. Right now I'm building a deck where that card will be very useful because I have some how do you say, removal counter spells, not removal, but counter spells in the deck that I'm building for Nicol Bolas right now, called Supreme Will, but it costs 3 and this costs 1. The difference is that this, if your opponent pays 1, then it can get around this counter. With Supreme Will, my opponent has to pay 3. So I'll probably still play Supreme Will, plus Supreme Will allows me to scry 4 cards off the top deck, choose 1 to put in my hand, and then put the other 3 on the bottom in any order. So I like Censor. I think Supreme Will is probably better for the deck that I'm in. Alright, next pack. Minotaur Sure Shot. Well, we're not going to go through the commons, but I see a red card. Minotaur Sure Shot. I mean, and it reach. I like this card. I might use it. Get out of the commons. Get into the uncommons. You go away, commons. Sacred Excavation. Sealed Behemoth. Scaled. Jeez, I can't even read tonight. Scaled Behemoth. Hexproof. Grim Strider. So, this is an interesting card. 3 and a black, 6/6. He gets a -1/-1 for each card in your hand. So if you start with 7 cards in your hand, let's say you start on the play. So 7 cards, you're going to go down 4 cards before you can even play him. So you'll have 2 cards left in your hand. So he'll be -1/-1 for the 2 cards, and he'll be a 4/4. So you're getting a 4/4 for 4. But as you play your cards, he gets bigger. That could be an interesting card. I might put that in. And here we are. Heaven to Earth. Heaven to Earth. For X and a green, Heaven deals X damage to each creature with flying. Earth, X and 2 red. Earth deals X damage to each creature without flying. I'm not sure how I necessarily feel about this card. I like it, but I'm not sure how well it plays out, because if you're facing somebody who doesn't have flyers, then the card is rather useless to you. And obviously, what good player would not have flyers? It's like the primary way of evasion. So maybe as a sideboard card would be useful. And what do we got here? A foil plane. Put it over here. A foil plane and a full art swamp. Like the plane. Take the plane. Get rid of that. Let's go to the next pack. Moving right along. Again, I don't claim to be a pro. I've been playing this for 4 or 5 years. I'm a little unfamiliar with Amonkhet, much more familiar with Hour of Devastation than I am Amonkhet. So I'm discussing, and ultimately that's what you do. That's all you ever do, is discuss the cards and then choose the ones that you like the best. Nest of Scarabs, Defiant Great Maw, Cast Out, and our rare is Bontu the Glorified. Bontu the Glorified. A god card. A mythic god card. Shit. Well, what a great pack this has already turned out to be. If I get just one god card in this pack, and yes, I did. Menace and Indestructible. Bontu the Glorified can't attack or block unless the creature died under your control this turn. Pay 1 in a swamp, sacrifice another creature, scry 1. Each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. Holy crap. He does so much, and he's a 4/6 for 3. And it's, you know, you're going to have a creature die on turn 4. Holy crap. That's awesome. All right, let's see. Yeah, Swamp. That right there is the card of the pre-release pack. I'm just going to call it right now. We're not going to get in another card. He's the god card. He's the best guy in the pack. So let's move on. I built this black-white zombie deck for my wife, and she's been kicking my ass with it. And so that card is going to go right in her deck. All right, Consuming Fervor. Trial of Ambition. Now, let's talk. I want to talk about this card real quick. Now that my memory is coming back to me, I played against a guy who played this card a lot. He played Trial of Ambition, and then he played Cartouche. He'd remove this card back to his hand and then play it on the next turn. So he kept me from being able to cast creatures. Little did he know that this card cannot be returned to your hand from his graveyard. And we raised this question to him, and this is why I'm talking about this particular game. I'd play out a Bloodwater or a Firebrand Archer or whatever it is, and he'd play this, and when it enters the battlefield, I have to sacrifice a creature, so he'd play it, remove. And then the enchantment would stay on me, and then he'd play a Cartouche, and then that the card would return to his hand. So we raised the question. I said, well, okay, so if this goes to your graveyard, you can't. And oh yeah, you can, because it says, when a Cartouche enters a battlefield under your control, return Trial of Ambition to its owner's hand. It doesn't specify that it has to be in play. And we pressed on it a little bit, and he's, well, hey, look, guys, I'm like a level 5 judge, so I know. As it turns out, he was cheating. Don't do this, guys. Either he was so confident in his knowledge as a judge that he didn't bother to look up the ruling on this card, or the ruling on these enchantments that return to your hand if a Cartouche enters the battlefield, these trial cards. Either he was so confident in his own knowledge as a judge that he didn't bother to check the ruling, or he deliberately used his title as judge to convince people that he could do this. And he could not. We looked it up after the game. And, I mean, don't cheat, guys. I mean, it's hard. It's bad enough to find out you're cheating by ignorance than that you were cheating on purpose. So don't do that. Reduce to rubble. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 3. Like this card, up to 3 target lands don't untap during their controller's next untap step. Up to 3 target lands don't untap during their next. I could see me putting this in my Nicol Bolas deck. Because right now I'm playing Supreme Will, same mana cost, same penalty, but then I can pull it out and do this. This is going to my Nicol Bolas deck. You go there now. Oh, and our rare is Sweltering Suns. 1 and 2 red. Sweltering Sun deals 3 damage to each fucking creature. Fucking creatures. Fucking them hard. God damn, that's a good card. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, I could have been wrong. I mean, Bontu the Glorified and Sweltering Sun, Sweltering Suns. Maybe we'll get something else. I mean, this pack has been really good so far. If I was opening this at a pre-release, I'd be playing red. Abso-fucking-lutely. All right, let's see. All right. Get out of the commons. Uncommon. Okay. Zenith Seeker. Hapatra's Mark. On-Crop Champion. And our rare is Oracle's Vault. 4. Pay 2, tap, exile the top card of your library. Until the end of the turn, you may play that card. Put a brick counter on Oracle's Vault. Tap it, exile the top card of your library. Until the end of the turn, you may play that card without paying its mana cost. Activate this ability only if there are 3 or more brick counters on Oracle's Vault. I don't know where this card belongs. I like it. It's an artifact. It does shit. Alright, here we go. Last pack. If there's going to be another big card in here, it's got to be in this pack. Final pack. I've heard of people punishing packs. I'm not going to punish this pack. Because, as funny as that sounds, well, I'm not that cruel, I guess. Get the fuck out of it. Well, I don't know. Maybe I am. Alright, let's skip over our commons. Uncommons. Devoted Cropmate. Zenith Seeker. Weaver of Currents. Oh, wow. Add 2 colorless to your mana pool. And our rare is Plague Belcher. 2. 2 and a black. Menace. When Plague Belcher enters the battlefield, put 2 -1/-1 counters on target creature you control. Whenever another zombie you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life. 5/4. 5/4. Hmm. Oh! Curator of Mystery is a Sphinx card. Flying. Alright, let's do this right. 2 for 2 blue. Flying. Whenever you cycle or discard another card, scry 1. Wow, it's a foil rare? Under a rare? This fucking pack, guys. It's Bontu the Glorified? Okay, alright, hold on. Before I shit myself. So, let's look at this pre-release pack. Sweltering Suns, Bontu the Glorified, Plague Belcher, and a foil rare Curator of Mysteries? Well, first of all, black-red is very good. Especially these fucking black-red cards. Look at how cheap they are. Curator of Mysteries? Wow, this fucking pack. I'm a little sorry that I didn't go to the pre-release and pull this fucking pack. It's a God pack. It's a red aggro God pack. Wow. Wow, guys. That might be the best pre-release pack I've opened. Huh. Well, look. Okay, so let's take a look. We got. Let's take a look at what we got. We got Channeler Initiate, Heaven to Earth, Oracle's Vault, Curator of Mysteries, fucking Plague Belcher, fucking Bantu the Glorified, fucking Swelter and Sons. Wow, that was an awesome pull. I'm just gonna call it. All right, guys. Hey, look. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and do me a favor and share this video with your friends. Let's get some discussion going about some of the cards coming out of Hour of Devastation and Amonkhet that have already been played. Let's get a little discussion going on there. Please like and subscribe. Share this if you will. Comment. I appreciate everything that you all send my way. I appreciate it that you just watch it. Thank you very much. You have a good night.